Peace, big love, big blessings, even bigger living, everything that comes with it and everything in between. You are tuned into Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. It's just a conversation. Thinking Out Loud is a place of honest conversation, reflection, recognizing where we at, where we've been and where we're going, and bringing the world of those around us closer to the world around us. And enough of all that. Today I got a special guest, a friend of mine. She's the owner of Pryme Luxe Events and Pryme Luxe Lashes. Am I saying? Yes. She is a chef and a fashionista at the max. And today we got a special curated conversation. So we're gonna dive into relationships and dating, and that's gonna be a fun thing because we haven't quite fully done that on Thinking Out Loud, but I'm excited for that conversation. So just some shared perspective, right? From a woman's side, from a man's side. So lock in, because you in for a ride. So I got Braunta Fullylove today. Welcome to the show, Braunta.
Thank you.
For sure. So I got questions that I ask every single time. And I got to ask them because it's some of my favorite questions to ask. So the first one is, how is your spirit?
How's my spirit right now?
Right now.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in good spirits. I feel like God is moving me in situations that I need to be in. And so, yeah, my spirit is good.
Ooh, I love it. God moving. If God moving, then it's got to be good. I love that. Well, I'm going to dig more into your spirit because we're talking relationships. And I think that's your spirit and your heart position is so important when it comes to relationships and values and things
definitely.
like that. So I'm going to just ask some questions, right? So this one's fun. It's a room full of mirrors. Right? And it's putting you on the spot on purpose, but with love, of course, right? So a room full of mirrors, obviously, in a room full of mirrors, you see yourself, nothing but yourself. Blind spots, each side, front, back, everything. As you step into this room full of mirrors, what do you see?
As just myself as a person?
You're the only one in there, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see greatness. I see brilliant. I see creativity. I see excellence. I see a person that wants more to life than just the average, you know? Yeah, like I see me being amazing. And I just need a partner that can exude that energy, just as well as me. So yeah.
Off top. So is this officially like a casting call? Like we're saying, yo, I'm looking for something. Here I am. Here's what I stand on. Here's how I rock. Like, yo, if you out there and you got these same shared values, let's rock together.
Right.
We treat this conversation like that.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I am single.
Okay.
Yeah, I am single, ready to mingle. but no, for real. I feel like God is for real. Like sit down. Sit down for right now. I need to get my house in order. I need to get my business in order. Things like that. Like, I feel like he's trying to tell me to put stuff in order first, because you can't be there for somebody else if you ain't there for yourself first. Fact. So I feel like I'm getting myself together. Okay. And then I will be available for somebody else.
Okay. Yeah. So you're on the way to availability, but you're making sure folks know that it's pre-sale.
Yes, I am dating.
I love it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And what's cool, we got different perspectives on this whole thing, right? Because I've been married for 14 years this year. Right. And I always joke, but I'd be so serious. Like, I couldn't imagine dating in 2025. Right? Like, you got...
Oh, it's garbage.
I can imagine.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, it's trash.
Okay, what makes it trash?
Because nobody wants to be committed. Nobody wants to have a real relationship. Nobody wants to have those real values and those real morals and those real, like, life lessons or whatever. Like, nobody really I feel like maybe it's just what I've been through.
Okay.
But everybody wants to be in a situationship. And nah, like I'm getting up in age. I don't want no situationship.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for a lifetime, long-term love, you know? And so it's just hard trying to run into other men that are about that type of situation as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I say it's garbage.
Okay.
And then, like I say, the particular men that I have been around, just ain't doing it for me.
So you got a type?
See, but so no, kind of, sort of. I do have like I love a yellow bone.
Okay.
But that's not like the end all be all.
Okay.
Like I am not picky.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with whoever. Like if you treat me right, you treat me good, you're respectful, all of that or whatever. It don't matter what you look like. Like yeah, I'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
But I do have a little thing for the yellow bone.
Okay. So you starting from the outside, like
Yeah.
light skin. That's what first gets your attention, off top.
Yeah.
And then, so
Yeah.
what are the values that you look for in a man?
A protector, a provider, somebody that's gonna like not just ask me about me, ask me about my kids. Ask me how they doing. How's your kids doing? Because I'm asking you about that. Period. You know, like it's so hard though because men are so physical.
All of us.
I feel like a lot of men are physical first.
Because you started with light skin. The first thing you checking for is the physical.
Okay. I get you. Okay. But I'm not like scanning the room and like, let me see what light skin I can find. No, it's not like that. But I just have a thing for light skin because I've never been with, for real, a light skin. But that's not my end all be all. Both of my significant others were not even light skinned. Okay. So it's just kind of like a little.
You trying something new.
Yeah. Something like that.
No, I'm here for it. I respect it. So we're going to go all over the place when it comes to this thing. Like that's what we do on Thinking Out Loud. We just go.
Right.
But I got to ask you on like kind of a serious tip, right? Like what's something that you unlearned about love or relationships that changed your entire perspective about relationships? You mentioned 2 previous significant others. Like you were married before?
Yes, I have been married before. And I feel like, so what I do feel like I messed up at is giving a man an ultimatum.
Talk to me.
Yeah, as far as like, we had been dating for X amount of years, maybe 3-4 years. And I'm like, okay, where is this going? You like, are you going to marry me or are we just going to be dating or what? And me somewhat pressuring him into, because ultimately he made the decision, of course. But me kind of pressuring him into wanting to like, okay, I gotta make a move or she ain't gonna be here, that type of thing. I feel like I messed up there.
You proposed. Damn near, right? You get that ultimatum. You pretty much saying, will you marry me?
I was like, but what are we waiting for? Okay. Like, why don't you have higher expectations for this relationship?
And you were there. You was like in the midst of like, we gone. Yeah,
we have a son together. We have bills together. We have a house together. We have cars and whatnot and all that stuff. Like, what are we waiting for? What are you sitting around wasting time for?
Ooh.
I'm an Aries.
Okay.
So I'm impatient. I'm a Ram.
Okay.
So I like, let's get on with the show. Like, what are we waiting for?
What's wild though, what popped out to me, and it could just be conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned all like assets essentially, or liabilities even, right? With tangible things. We got a home together, we got a kid together, we got car, bills.
We basically, we live in the married life. So
is that the married life? Right, like you could live with somebody,
right,
and not have the values of what marriage is.
But why are we playing house then? Why are we playing house when we have a house?
Yeah.
And we have all the things that can come with a marriage, but why are we faking it?
Ooh, see, this is my favorite kind of conversation. So,
like, yeah, I don't understand.
Even having those things, what made you say this is the person I want to marry me?
What made me marry my husband?
What made you say you gave him the ultimatum? But what made you say this is who I want to marry me?
Because I saw the potential in him. I saw what I can contribute to him as a man and what he can contribute to me as a wife and a woman. He made me want to be a better woman. Okay, I'm tracking.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't, truth be told, I didn't even really get into cooking like I cook until I got married. Because I was like, I got a duty to do.
Okay.
Like, I have to cook and clean. Not necessarily I have to cook and clean and, that type of thing. But, like, it was my duty, though. I wanted to please my husband.
I'm tracking.
So when he got home from work, dinner was ready, made, laid out. And if he wasn't there, it was in the refrigerator, ready for you to eat. Like that type. Like, I felt like that's my duty as a wife, to keep the household a little bit. You taking care of the bills. Okay. I'm taking care of the household. I'm cooking dinner. That plays into another of my romantic side or whatever that I have when I do my events. Okay. That's where it stemmed from. Like, my kids don't eat on paper plates. They eat on gourmet dishes. Like, they be like, Mama, are you done cooking yet? Like, I'll be like, wait, hold on. Like, I gotta arrange it in this type of way. Like, that's important to me. Display my love language. Love language is food. Okay. So, like, and then also just not food. Like, I'm not gonna just give you food on a paper plate. I need to arrange it a certain way. Yes. I'm tracking. I like to serve.
Acts of service is your whole thing.
Yes.
Ooh, we about to go all the way there. So it almost sounds like, just kind of hearing it out loud, you like the traditional sense of like gender roles?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. I feel, but no. But I'm also like not opposed to like paying like, say for instance, we go out to eat. Like, I don't expect my man to pay every time we go out to eat. I want to pay sometimes. Yeah. Like, and I have no problem with that. You can pay the first 2-3 times, and then like, I'm like, okay, I notice you've been paying or whatever. I'm gonna pay. Like, I have no problem with that at all. Like, I don't feel like every date the man needs a responsibility to pay for the bill.
Ooh, let's cue up a first date. Okay. So you're going on your first date, you meet some
No, the first date, yes.
Hold on, let me cue it up.
Okay.
So first off, 2025, dating.
All right.
Where you meet somebody to even start a date conversation?
Oh, Lord. Where do I even meet somebody?
Yeah, like, where do folks meet these? Because I know y'all ain't meeting at church no more.
Hell no. No. Okay. We are not meeting at church.
Okay. The club, online.
Not even online. Like, I don't even do online dating or whatever. It would have to be like face-to-face interaction.
Okay.
And then if you want to take me out on a date, fine, that's great. Mm-hmm. But I would expect for that first date or two for you to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I want to continue to cue this up because I think it's interesting when I think about relationships and where y'all be going these days. So you meet somebody face to face. You doing an event. You finish up bros brunch, right? And of course, all the brothers in there is married, so we ain't worried about them brothers, right? But you walk out and you hit the curb. You loading your stuff up, and a gentleman walks by, and he's like, "Ooh, let me help you load that into your." Help you load that into your car.
Okay. Thank you.
You gonna let him help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he got the gift of gas, so he sparks a conversation in the midst, and he's like, you know what? I love to take you on a date. You saying yes off top, or it's like, I just met you.
It depends on if he's cute or not.
If he light skinned, it's a wrap.
No. Hold on. No. It ain't just any light skinned.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's not a deal breaker for me. I date who I can pay attention to whoever.
Okay.
It just depends on what kind of energy they bring in me.
Okay.
So, if you saying, hey, I want to go on a date or whatever after that, or whatever after you help me put my stuff in my car.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more to he's helping you put the stuff in the car, and it's just a little bit of conversation sparked. And he's like, now he's showing interest. He's like, I'd love to take you on a date.
Yeah.
First off, what is an acceptable place for a first date these days?
Definitely a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen somewhere they said Cheesecake Factory is not a cool first date.
Oh, well, see, we don't even have a Cheesecake Factory.
We don't. You're right. That's fair. That's fair.
So,
what did it say? Let's go to Chili's.
So, we're going to have to go out of Chili's? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not even picky.
Okay.
Like, first of all, I don't even eat that much.
Okay.
So, I'm cool.
For sure.
Like, wherever we go, I'm going to have a to-go box.
Okay.
Period. So, I'm not even picky about that. Like, if we go to Chili's, Applebee's, Chipotle, I mean, long as you ain't taking me to McDonald's, we cool.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you take you to a good restaurant.
Yeah. I'm not like that picky. Like, I don't know those women that require like Chester's or Red Rock.
You got to take me to hibachi the first date, all of that stuff.
Yeah, no. Long as you taking me to go eat and we can conversate and, get to know each other better, I'm cool.
Then it's golden.
Yeah.
Okay. I was eager. No, how y'all, what the ladies going for these days, right? Because I know there's a brother watching this right now that's like, man, what's the rules of engagement?
Right.
Because you watch the balloon pop show.
Yes, I have seen that.
It'd be some petty reasons for the balloon popping.
No, I'm not that picky at all.
So what's something that would make you pop your balloon? If you had a balloon.
Oh Lord. Maybe if you didn't believe in God.
Okay. For sure.
That one.
For sure.
If you don't take care of your kids.
Okay.
You got kids with other people, which is fine. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a history. But if you don't take care of those kids, I'm popping my balloon because if you're not gonna take care of them kids, what you gonna do for mine?
How many kids is too much?
I don't want more than 3.
Okay.
Cause I got 2 of my own. Mm-hmm. One of them's grown. Mm-hmm. The other one is a teenager.
Okay.
So I don't want more. I can't take much more than 3.
Okay.
But if they're like at a certain age, then that's a different story.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want no babies.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That means you ain't too far removed from where you was at.
Right. I don't want no 1 and 2-year-olds. Okay.
That's fair.
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one last question before I go. We're going to keep going deeper.
Okay.
If your love life had a theme song this year, what would your theme song be?
Oh, Lord. What will my theme song be? You know what? Honestly, I be listening to Tink all the time.
Okay.
That's hating, bash ass nigga music.
Okay.
Like,
So
for
that's
real,
what we
for
living
real.
with.
Like,
Okay.
she just, I mean, but she be on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like,
What's the one song that's moving you?
damn. Can I put my phone out?
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Cause yeah, like, yeah. Let me tell you what the song
Okay.
is, because her songs be my anthems.
The anthems, and I'm not too familiar with Tink. Like I know
You not?
I've heard, like, my wife plays it, Felicia plays it.
Okay.
And there was a song I heard, I was like, oh, this is kind of fire. But I feel like Tink got the squeaky voice.
Yes,
Okay.
she
Yeah,
does.
she did mention
Yeah,
that.
she does have a squeaky voice.
Okay.
But she's also like, she's fire. Like, look, Tink just came up in my thing right now. I would say "Cut It Out."
Cut It Out.
Yeah.
So that's
by
your
Tink.
theme song.
That's my theme song by Tink.
What's
Cut
the
It
lyric
Out.
in there that stands out to you? Because "Cut It Out" sound like you threw with the bull.
Let me see. These niggas. No, I can't say that. Don't record me.
Let me
saying it.
see.
Okay, these are the lyrics.
These don't like no one but theyselves. I can't deny all the feelings I felt. I laid it all out on the line. Boy, you consistently lied to me. You said you'll never betray me for no other girls.
You know,
I
stuff
could have
like
cheated,
that.
but I kept it thorough. So that.
But men be bullshitting a lot of the time. You know, they tell you what you want to hear, but it's never really good enough or whatever. So.
That's fruitful. So, men be bullshitting. They say what you want to hear. Why is it so easy to fall for it?
Why is it so easy to fall for it? Sometimes women be desperate.
Okay.
Sometimes women just be needing somebody, or wanting somebody. Somebody's giving them attention. They fall for it.
Okay.
Even though we know that this ain't going nowhere, we still go on with it. But this is the thing, like, men.
I love the generalizations you're giving men. Like, all of them. Every single one of them is trash. Y'all just be tough. No, I'm playing. I'm listening.
No, but like, for real. But men will take that with a grain of salt and be like, okay, cool, I got her. Like, I got her for a minute.
Okay.
But then you don't realize that the women have emotions behind that. We have feelings behind that. Like, what we just did, or what the moments that we just had meant something to us.
Okay.
And you might not think about it again till, ever.
Okay.
Or whatever. But we still thinking about it.
Yeah.
So then, when you wondering why we blowing your phone up, cussing and going crazy, it's because we have feelings behind what our encounter was just, versus y'all can just do or do the act, or entertain something, and be completely cut off from it.
Ooh, it's hard for me to offer like a genuine input because it's been so long since I've been.
It seems like y'all don't have emotions, but y'all really do. Y'all really have emotions. And it takes a real woman to tap into the actual emotion of a man, to get into your brain, to tell me what you're feeling. Tell me how you feel. This is, I never forget it, a quote I heard about, I can't get the man that I want until I heal the little boy inside of you.
Ooh, so, and there's a lot in there. So,
yes.
I think that's a big problem when it comes to relationships. Is women feeling like it's their responsibility to heal a man.
So I don't think that it's our responsibility to heal a man.
It's not.
But it's helpful if you have somebody. This is the thing. Men don't heal that little boy inside of them. So then when they grow up and be a man, they still have little boy tendencies.
Okay.
And so, therefore, you can't be good to a woman if you still got that little boy inside of you that has not been healed from whatever your mother did or whatever childhood trauma you have been through. This all stems back to childhood trauma.
No, I definitely I agree on
both
that.
parts.
On both parts. I definitely
Yes.
I recognize where brothers definitely have room to grow, to recognize what informs their decisions, their trauma, things like that.
Right.
But what I see from observation too often is women feeling like taking on the challenge of healing a man, or feeling like, yo, you mentioned potential earlier. And women operating from a place of potential.
Yeah.
And feeling like, oh, if I can just get him to be like this, if I can just get him to.
Because we have so much vision and so much dream and so much hope for y'all, then y'all can't even see it.
So you genuinely believe brothers don't see their own potential or hope?
No, we bring it out of you. We bring it out of you. I mean, I'm not saying that you have no hope and potential and dreams and aspirations and whatnot. Like I do want a brother that does want those things out of themselves, because you can't go nowhere without that. But me as your partner, we bring that up out of you. Like, for real. Like, we make you want to be a better man.
I would say it's on both sides. Because I would be remiss to not acknowledge my wife 100%. Like, I'm inspired by her. I'm motivated to be a better man because of my wife. I know, like, these, like.
Let me ask you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
For cutting you off.
You good.
Are you intimidated by her hustle, her grind?
Not one bit.
Okay. You don't feel less than?
By my wife shining bright in her space?
Yes.
I'm her biggest cheerleader.
Right. And I do see that.
Yeah.
I do see that about you. But like, most men are intimidated by that. Like, when they see that you got it going on and you're like, okay, so like, every person is not an entrepreneur. Okay. Every person is not a 9-to-5. You know, but for the 9-to-5 men, which is nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 man. Yeah. He grinding, he's working, 100%. He's providing. You know, like, hey, everybody is not built for entrepreneurship. But when you see that somebody has a talent in something, do you not get some kind of envious way or whatever about, like, her talent? Not at all. Okay.
I would even say, I don't know that most men are intimidated. I think that might be how it feels on the feminine side, right? The women's side. Okay. I think if anything, there's a balance. We talk about potential, you talk about drive, you talk about what men have inside of them, women bringing it out of them. Yeah. Oftentimes, brothers, we in our head more than women realize it, right? Yeah. We challenging and pushing ourselves more than women realize it. So with that thought, I'll know for a fact, though a man may see a woman or try to holler at a woman that looks to be put together, because ain't nobody there all the way, right? But looks to have their whole thing together. It's not necessarily intimidation, but it's rather, ooh, what can I offer to make her situation better? Because women look for what can a man offer. Men, we just love. We have our lady, right? But women, what do you bring to the table is the question y'all ask most men,
that's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah, so, we asking, what do you bring to the table?
Right, and so peep it, right? Okay. So the thought of what do you bring to the table means that you can't show up as your full self unless you are giving me something. Because if you have to bring something to the table, then there's this thought that I already have the table put together, right? So as a man, there's a pride thing where it's like, well, shit, it's not intimidation. It's like, I can't show up and try to bring something to the table when I don't got my shit all the way together. I'm still going.
Okay, but a woman like me, you don't have to have all of your shit together because I might not have all my shit together.
Yeah.
But you make me want to get my shit together.
Okay.
Like, that is the thing. Like, don't wait as a man. Don't wait until you have it all the way together and then try to pursue or do or whatever. Like, let somebody help you blossom into getting your shit together.
That ain't the trend right now. That ain't the conversation right now. Is like, yo, what can you what have you done for me lately? What can you bring to the table? Independent women, can you pay my bills? Like, it's almost like, I don't
agree with can you pay my bills, because I can pay my own bills.
So now,
but again, because I have to, not because I want to. I don't want to have to do any of this shit.
If you scroll the internet right now, a big topic of conversation is what you giving me, what you doing for me, right?
See, and I think that's where society and the social media and world has it effed up, because that's not based off. You're basing it off of what you can do for me. No, like, how about we love each other and take care of each other and then figure the rest of the shit out?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to old buddy holla at you.
Okay.
Right? Take you on a date to Chili's because that's all he can afford.
Okay. Cool. We at Chili's.
Y'all at Chili's.
Yeah.
Next date is a picnic.
Oh, right. I would love you said a picnic?
A picnic.
That's my type of vibe. Like, yes. Okay. I got a whole tent and everything. Pryme Luxe events.
That part.
That part.
Okay. So the next step is, he's like, damn, next day, let's go on a walk in the park.
Bam. I'm there.
Okay.
Let's go on a walk. Let's actually go to coffee at Barnes & Noble.
Then you ask him, what do you even do for a living? Oh, I'm in between jobs. So he take you on these great romantic dates. Right.
He in between jobs.
But it's out of necessity. These romantic dates are out of necessity.
Right.
Because he not in the spot to provide and afford all the other fancy stuff. Where does that conversation go?
Well, next I'm going to be like, in between jobs, what does that mean? Like, I mean, I can say I'm in between jobs, but I'm an entrepreneur. So, I mean, I'm out here grinding. Okay. So, if you out here grinding too, I understand the struggle. Okay. I understand it. Some months be great. Some months don't. Yeah. Like, that's life. But as long as all the bills is paid, and and everything is cool, then we good. Okay. Like, I'm not judging nobody off of their type of job industry, but if you just out here like selling drugs or dope or something like that, weird like that, like, hell no, I'm not fucking with that. Huh?
But he can provide.
No, because then my life is at risk.
Okay. So you clearly establish your values.
Yeah.
And I think it almost sounds like your values are a challenge to typical traditional, the way people pursue dating these days. Yeah. Because it's almost the flip of that, right? If I'm 14 years in married, and that's the idea that I see that women have towards me, and I can only imagine somebody that's actively pursuing in their perspective, right, on how the thing is going, right? So that leads me to this next question. What feels different about dating today compared to 5 years ago?
Oh gosh.
You gotta see how much time. Nah, boy.
I don't know. Like, maybe I just haven't been like, I haven't been approached by a lot of just single men or whatever. So
you've been approached by men, but not single men?
Oh, well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, it's the truth. Yeah, I haven't been approached by a lot of single men or men in general. Like, I feel like men are intimidated by me. It might be because, like, I'm just like not. I'm a really nice, happy-go-lucky person, but maybe when I'm in like work mode or something like that, I don't come off as like super nice or something. I don't know, but I just haven't got approached by the right type of guys to even judge that. So the guys that I have dealt with, nah, they just want situationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does a situationship look like? Like that's a we talk, touch on each other, love on each other, then we out.
Pretty much.
When we together, we together. When we not, we not.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly. Like a situationship. We in it for a situation.
Okay.
For for a moment, and then you done. But like that's what I'm trying to like. What is the word? What is the word when you trying to get rid of something?
Throw away?
No, not throw away. Fast.
Oh, you want to fast? Okay. Okay. Not the word I was, but I'm tracking. I'm
fasting.
Okay.
From toxic ass people. Okay.
Okay.
So, and that's in general, just in life.
Yeah.
And then that's with men too. Like, if you're not bringing me no peace, no value, no substance, then I don't want nothing to do with you.
That's fair.
Period.
That's fair.
Because that's not where I'm going. That's not the direction that I'm going in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm here for it. So, what do you think? What role do you think, as a woman, do you think women play in men in they major opportunity areas in relationship? So you're talking about these toxic situationships, right? Like somebody's letting this stuff go on. What role do you think women have in all of that?
Well, allowing it.
Okay.
A man is only going to treat you how he treats you when the woman allows it.
Okay.
So when they get used to you allowing this type of behavior, then they're going to keep doing it because why not? I'm getting the cake and eating it too. Why not? Why not continue? She's allowing it, so let it be. You know, that's what I mean. And so that is the type of thing that this is what we get frustrated about is that we get tired of having your cake and eating it too. Like, no, you don't just get to love bomb me and have a situationship and then go back home. Like that is not what I want. And you think I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life? No, no. I have standards. I have morals. I have boundaries. I have a business. I have me. Like just respecting me as me.
Yeah.
A man should not want to trail a woman long like that. Like it just don't make sense.
For sure.
And so those are the some of the type of guys that I have dealt with, and you get tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
ooh, I wish I had a brother in here right now that was dealing with some of that. Because I want to ask some of those same questions because it's real. Because I know there's context. There's two sides to everything.
Okay.
Right. There's a piece of it where that I in my life right now. Maybe back in the day, I could fully like imagine, like men are definitely conquerors for one. Right. It's like what can I knock? and not be attached to, but then there's something in there that makes you want to stay.
So let me have a question to you.
Okay, talk to me.
Like maybe before you were married or whatever, and you had maybe situationships or whatever, like what made you keep coming back? Like, do you not have, when you're dealing with a woman, do you not have feelings at all, or you just feel it as it was just, this Saturday night and it was it? Or do you not have feelings about it after?
Yeah. We talking about, so feelings I think are fleeting. So peep this, right? As a man, all it takes for you to get your heart broken once to have a I don't give a fuck attitude. Right? And not saying all women are the same, but it's like, yo, I never want to have that feeling again. So you come in guarded.
Yeah.
And we men already traditionally don't express their emotions and deal with their emotions well, right? So it's like, yo, it's not as easy for me to get attached to the feeling of love making or sex or whatever as it may be the feeling of I got her. Now let me go try to get something else. Right? Not healthy.
So you're always chasing the next high?
I can imagine that's what it.
I mean, I'm not saying you are.
I'm even trying to think of like back, like I was a kid.
Yeah.
Essentially, right? I'm 37 now. I was like.
But I feel like that's what men are doing, like
these days.
Essentially, yes. Like even me, sometimes we're chasing the high of how that person makes you feel at that moment.
Yeah.
But then when it's over, then that's when the feelings really come in as like, okay, what the fuck did we just do? And now I don't hear from you for 2-3 days, like that has a woman in her feelings. Versus a man, they might be like, well, shit, I've been busy, or I've been at work, or shit, when was you? We was last Saturday. Like,
what's your name again? Who is this?
Who is this? Like, and why is that though? Like, why do we think so differently?
Why do men and women think that's biblical, right? I mean, spiritual. That's just rooted. Yeah. That's rooted inside, right? Like men are traditionally more logical, women are more emotional, and that's not to say that masculine and femininity don't show up in either one of them, right? Like, but I think the biggest piece that's missing is connection. It's just a physical connection, right? Yeah. Where is the emotion built on? Because like, I don't know that men catch emotions through lovemaking. Men don't catch emotions through sex, right? Which is why on the same token,
so?
No, unless you've built that emotional connection prior to.
So,
right? And they're not.
Sex is just an act for men.
For the most part.
Right? It's just so say for instance you had some girl that was like giving you sloppy toppy.
Yeah.
And like just putting it down and did everything that you wanted and everything that you desired, like what you see in the pornos and all that stuff. You would not have a physical connection, or of course you would want the act probably more, but you don't feel no kind of emotional.
That is all void of emotion. Right, that's all an act. My mind relates different things. So even going back to, you mentioned marriage before, right? And like when you go marry me, you mentioned a whole bunch of things that had nothing to do with emotional connection. And I'm saying it wasn't there, but it was nothing to do with emotional connection, nothing to do with emotional security, nothing to do with emotional vulnerability, right? That spiritual connection. None of that stuff in the porno, none of that stuff none of that is emotional or spiritual. That's like, ooh, oh my gosh, you just blew my mind. Now that high I was chasing is gone. Yes. When I need that, that's who I'm gonna go get it from. Right. But there might be somebody else that I feel extremely vulnerable with to let my hair down.
That you can actually talk to.
That I can talk to. And they may not be on the same sexual, physical space as this person I'm with emotionally. Right. The person I'm with emotionally, 8 times out of 10 is gonna win. Right? Yeah. Even if it's the most boring because I'm connected.
Okay, is that why? So this is why men cheat, because I'm asked, well, I ain't saying you cheat, but what I'm saying is like, is this why men cheat? Because they are lacking that, so say for instance, I'm at home, I'm a freak, I'm doing whatever, and then you got somebody else though, maybe your work buddy at work, but she can understand you, she can listen to you, she can emotionally be there for you, she can blah blah blah. Is that, and then when you end up, when I find out you done cheated with the work bitch that ain't got like look 10 times less than me, then that's what we confused. We like, what the fuck?
Because it's emotion, right? Men already naturally struggle with letting down their guard. Okay. Right? And so, first off, men cheat because lack of discipline. Right? Not clear foresight to what we have. Yeah. Right? It's like, okay, I'm going to go get this right now. And it's like, damn, I was tripping. It's something they call, and this is a different conversation I normally have out loud, so I just got to make sure my viewers know that. And my wife, I love you, and I'm glad that I can have this conversation. But right. It's a thing that men call post-nut clarity, right? Where after you finished, it's like, oh, right? Or it's like, like you get a sense of clarity in everything, and the person that you with, and the situation, and what brought you here, remorse, like all of that happens after the dopamine hit, because that's all it is, a dopamine hit. Yes. It's the same as jumping off a cliff. It's a high. It's a high that you're chasing. But I can definitely attest that emotion is what will make a man fall in love with the act of sex. If I have a genuine connection with this person, oh, I love you. Yeah. I'm about to go get up and make breakfast. Yeah. Right? If you just gave me the crazy serving, that post-nut clarity might have me like, where'd she learn that from? Right. Right? So there's so many different layers, but and that's not all men, but I know for the most part in conversations I've had with brothers, single brothers, married brothers that have been through it, it's like, yo, if there is a connection that's built, and that connection is never built on sex. Sex might be a piece of it. It might come with it, but it's never built on that. I got a lyric in a song where I say the difference between love and lust is in the stroke. Yeah. Right. Like most of it is lust. Yeah. Right? Until it's your person. Yeah. It's a big lust game, because even through past experiences, like, you think that, okay, I'm putting it down, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then he's still ghosted me, or he still ain't called me, or he's still, doing this and doing that, but it's not all about, sex. Because listen, I can scroll right now through the internet, and the internet is so wicked. If I was a trash ass nigga, I could have 3 to 4 side pieces. Just because how many people put themselves out there. Yeah. Right? And it's like, yo. Right? And so that's the other piece of like. So that's the other type of women that I was telling you that I don't know about. Like, I don't know about like thirsty ass women that just like, come in little bitty ass shorts and like want to like throw it at you. It's out there. It's out, and that's why I say discipline. Right, discipline and knowing what you have. Right, like again, I'm 14 years. I keep saying that 14 years because I'm really excited. But that 14 years in, right, like, and I'd be remiss to not, like, my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. Oh, she's beautiful, like, gorgeous. She's fine as fuck. I love her. She's you feel beautiful. Me? She's beautiful. I love her to death. But with her beauty comes with her personality. Yes, that's comes such great beauty. Yes. You know what I mean? Because I know who she is. Like, I know as a person what she represents as a person. Yeah. Right? I feel vulnerable enough to share my everything, obviously, with her. Right? Yeah. We built that. We've grown into that. I think that's what's lacking in 100%.
relationships today or men today is that we're lacking that vulnerability, being open with each other and expressing each other's, little boy and little girl in us or whatever.
Nobody's grows together anymore.
Yeah.
And if we don't grow together, then when I do share, now I'm wondering, are you going to use that? Are you going to weaponize that against me?
Right.
You're going to use my vulnerabilities against me versus if you've grown together, you've been through life together. It's like, okay, you've just naturally seen me at that. I haven't had to express out loud who I am and what I've dealt with in my life. And internet, social media, access has killed the growth stage of relationship.
It has.
Like y'all
it definitely has.
And I say y'all, y'all are definitely in a space of like.
I've dealt with men that I just hold everything in and I don't talk about why. But I'm the type of person, I'm here. I want to help you. Like, not necessarily help you, but like, because I really need you to be my rock. But at the same time, I want to listen to what you're going through. How was today? What happened at work? What happened during your life? What is going on in your brain? Because you need to get that out. Because if you don't, you just hold it in and bottle it in, and then you take it out on whoever you talk to next or whatever. Like, that's how you build meaningful relationships, is talking to each other and communication.
What informs that thought process of yours? Because every lady ain't thinking that way, right? So like, what puts you in the headspace? So because that's normal to you. But it's damn near abnormal to other people.
You know what? That's normal to me, but it wasn't shown to me as my household when I was younger. This type of relationship wasn't shown to me.
Okay.
I was grown up by a single parent household. My mama grinded and did everything she could to take care of me. I never saw a struggle or nothing like that. If she was going through a struggle, she never let me see it. And then my stepdad came along and my dad came along, and he's been the best thing ever, and he deals with a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I wasn't like sat down and taught like, this is how a woman is supposed to do her man. This is how a man is supposed to treat her lady, that type of thing. This is how you should court. This is how you, like, those things weren't taught to me.
Okay.
But over the years of just learning things and going through life, I just realized this is what I want from me in my life, and vice versa. So I've definitely grown and just kind of taught my own self how I want to be treated in life.
I love that.
Yeah.
You see, on the flip of that, like I grew up single mom. Right, my mom had boyfriends, all of that, but there was like no man in my house. My uncle was my father figure, right?
Which uncle?
My Uncle Fowler.
Oh, okay.
One of Carrie's best friends, right?
Yes. And I so miss him.
That's my dog, 100%. Showed me how to be a man.
He was such a supporter, especially when I started my lash business.
Yeah.
He was there at the party, and he was like putting my lashes on. Not putting my lashes on, but like representing my lashes and stuff like that. I
already know.
Yeah.
I remember we had all the me and him had all the conversations. He's great person, but the greatest, the GOAT.
Yes.
But that's who showed me how to be a man, right? And then, of course, as I grown older, I had to unlearn some different things because he was showing how to be a man.
Right.
By who showed him how to be a man, my grandfather, right? And things change generation-wise. You break some different curses, all of that stuff. But I look at my life now. I'm married, 2 kids, and I'm like, how the hell did I get here? Right? Because it wasn't shown to me in that respect.
Yeah.
And so I can almost share that same affinity, but it's interesting because on the flip of that, my kids, They see it all.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's so normal to them what a husband should look like to their wife, a wife to their husband.
Yeah.
Just individuals to their family in general.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope. It's pretty interesting to see
Yeah.
that. But not everybody gets to see that.
Right.
Not everybody gets to experience that.
Right.
To experience what love looks like.
Yeah.
How love shows up in different situations and scenarios. And
that's why my baby, Kimari, I would never forget, like, he literally tells me he loves me at least 7 times a day.
Yeah.
And I kind of be like, okay, how many times are you gonna tell me you love me today? But it's because that's nothing that I did. I always showed him or told him I love him. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like, everything that we do, I love you. That little boy has showed me so much patience, so much calmness, so much love that I never thought that I would ever even have. Backstory, Kimari has Down syndrome or whatever. But that does not stop him from anything.
Yeah.
And, but because I poured into him when he was younger, of how much I loved him and how much I care about him, and asking him, is he okay? And these type of things, like just gentle gestures. He does that to me as if he was my husband or something, you know? He's always asking me, Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, I love you. Mommy, this and that. Like, that little boy pours into me sometimes when I don't even have it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I really feel like you should definitely start with our generation. You should start teaching your kids, because our parents' generation maybe didn't know to do better.
Yeah.
But we can.
100%.
And so even with my 19-year-old, that's about to be 19, I tell him, yes, you on a first date, you need to do this. You need to pay. You need to, open the door. You need to open car doors. You need to open the restaurant door. You need to, do these little things, because all of that stuff matters. I'm trying to groom you into the man that you need to be. And then he has his father, of course,
for sure,
to teach him how to be a man as well, which he's done a phenomenal job at doing. But, yeah, it's just like those little things that I wish I would have got taught earlier in life.
Yeah.
That I just had to learn myself.
You got my mind thinking, and we think out loud. So, do you believe, as a single mother, right? Though dad is present, do you feel like a woman can teach a boy how to be a man?
No.
Okay.
I can only do so much. But I truly believe that the father needs to teach a man how to be a man.
Okay.
But with that said, some men may not be taught how you expect your child to grow up as.
Yeah.
So what I say that with a grain of salt, as far as Jalen's father is phenomenal. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah.
He has shown up and shown out for every aspect of Jalen's life, period.
He's one of my bestest friends. Great guy.
Oh,
100%.
yes. Kudos to him. Like, he literally, I wouldn't ask for anything less. My other kid's father, he's done a great job, somewhat.
The look away was crazy. The look away was crazy. Sheesh. Okay, I'm keeping that in there. Keep going.
But anyway, this is what I'm saying. If you're not taught as a young person to be, like, he wasn't raised with a dad as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a generational thing, like a generational curse. Like, if you wasn't raised by your dad and you didn't know how it was to have a 2-parent household and, be there for your kid, then how do I expect you to be there for your kid? But at the same time, I was raised by a single mother until I got my dad. But I also figured out how to be a good mother.
Word.
You know, like I figured it out. And so that's what I'm saying. That's not an excuse to men, because even though you wasn't raised by your father and you wasn't maybe necessarily taught the proper things that you should instill in your kids and in yourself, doesn't mean that you just fuck it all and not want to do better for yourself.
Like you said, heal that little boy in there.
Heal that little boy.
For sure.
Heal that little boy inside. And so I think that a lot of it is, if the little boy inside of you has not been healed, you can't really do better. But sometimes a grown-ass woman can help you heal that little boy. But give her a chance. Give her a chance to do so.
Got you.
You know, but you can't just give that chance though to anybody.
Oh, okay. So I asked that question on purpose. So if you don't think a mom can raise a boy to be a man, what makes you think a woman can heal the boy inside a man?
Patience, time, talking, communication. Getting a man up out of his manly facade and like actually opening up. Talk about what happened to you when you were a kid or a boy, or what you saw, or what you did, or what you went through. Sometimes a woman can help heal those wounds. Or whatever. Not saying that we have all the answers, but we can help guide you through, okay, this happened to you. Some men have been molested. Some men have been taken advantage of. Some men saw their mama maybe not treating them correctly, or, drinking or doing drugs, or, just whatever. Whatever, like a lot of it is mama issues. Deep rooted mama issues that they have not dealt with their own mothers. And that's why they can't treat a woman right. It's because they didn't get the right example. So it stems from there. But all you have to do is, when you come into a relationship, is have an open mind, open heart. And if you're willing to kind of shape shift a little bit, and be vulnerable, you can get through anything, especially with God.
Oh, you preaching now. See, this is why I need a brother here, because I'm big on, especially when it comes to women and men relationship conversations. I like to listen, for one, right, and ask questions. But I hate those conversations where the men get to bashing women, because I always thought it was so corny for dudes to argue with women. If you're not my lady, I'm definitely not about to go back and forth with you, like respectfully, right, in that case. But in that, recognizing brother shortfalls. Like I'd much rather challenge the way that a brother thinks than to tell a woman, like, yo, I'm like, yo, man, you showing up whack as hell, right? Like, you weak as hell. So that's one piece of it. But I love everything you said about the mama issues, right? Because there's a lot of brothers who have so much unresolved just inside. I don't.
And they don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it. I don't, as a man, I don't think your lady is the one to heal your trauma, right? Because again,
therapy.
They're 100% therapy.
100%.
Off top therapy.
I definitely believe in therapy.
Therapy is so important.
Yes.
Because there's also still like not hierarchy, but there's a relationship piece that is like, yo, if I'm coming to you to fix me, then not only is there the thought in the back of your head, she gonna use it against me, right? But there's also like, damn, I'm showing up too weak, right?
But why do you think you're weak? I want my man to
I don't think men are weak. I want to make sure I get that clear, right? Like, even though my wife is my wife and I have the most vulnerable, transparent, honest conversations with her, there's still a piece that's like, I can't show up like that because I'm still the leader. I'm still the head of the household. I'm still the protector, right? Because
Your ego.
pride more than ego.
Pride
Protects.
Pride.
Ego destroys.
Okay.
But with that, right? Imagine like, it's the craziest example, but imagine it's a spider, and I'm like, oh, I'm afraid of spiders,
Yeah.
and I'm being extremely vulnerable,
Yeah.
and you kill the spider.
Yeah.
Next day it's a spider. You nigga ain't gonna kill the spider. Right? Like small thing.
Yeah.
But no matter what, just the human side of things. Now as the woman, that thought is gonna be sitting there like, damn, can he protect me?
Right. If he can't kill a spider.
If he can't, and the spider's just an example. If he can't conquer this biggest thing, then how can he protect me? Right?
Yes.
Like the amount of things that men have to do scared, that men have to do nervous, that men have to do anxious.
And
right?
And I get that too about a man, because we have, like, women as a society, or the way of thinking is we expect our men to know how to fix a dishwasher, know how to fix a garbage disposal, know how to change a light in something, know how to fix the air conditioner, know how to, like, just automatically, just because you're a man. You know, like, we expect you should know how to do this.
Okay.
I've been guilty of it. Like, even with my son, I'm like, come change my fire detector thingy downstairs. He's like, I don't know how to do that. Well, you about to learn today. Like, like, I mean, but you know, like, but I expect that of him as a man. Like, if you don't know how to change my tire, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
So I expect you to do this.
So is he a weaker man if he called Ready Industries to come replace the dishwasher?
No, if he's on it. Like, if I have to ask you 3-4 days, then I'm gonna be like, well, fuck, I might as well do it myself. You know, like that type of thing. But if you're on it, yes, I do still respect you as a man if you call help on things that you don't know how to do. Okay. But like, I expect you to mow the grass. I expect you to take the trash out. I expect you to maybe, can you change the laundry out for me or something? Or just bring the baskets upstairs, you know, that type of thing. Like, yes, those type of things I do expect. But like, if it's something that you just don't know how to do, yes, go ahead and call the people that do know how to do it and get it fixed for me. Okay,
that's fair. That's what I was checking for. That's what I was checking for. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. Ooh, Braunta, we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this. Because there's so much in it, right?
Right.
Because again, I think there's breadth in brothers being able to hear from a woman, right, who's got her stuff together. Like, yo, we all ain't on what you see on the internet. We all ain't approaching relationship the same way, right? Like, you got somebody and you're not the only one, I'm sure. Yeah. Right? That's like, yo, you a movement by yourself, but we're a force when we together type energy, right? Like, how do we build this thing and make it grow? And I think, again, the biggest thing missing from relationships right now is that growth stage. Nobody wants to grow together. Everybody wants to come with their leaves sprouted.
How do we change that? Like,
I think positive conversation. So again, like, the goal of thinking out loud is to elevate the conversation. Right? I think the more people are genuinely having conversations like this, presenting an alternative to what the thought is, like, yo, that ain't all we on. Right? Like, but the bullshit is always louder than the real shit. Yeah. You feel me? Because again, it's a struggle I love what they doing with the pop the balloon, because I get it, right? Well, stuff like that, right? Like the dating shows you see, like, a lot of it is fueled on bullshit. And there's not enough real conversation.
I wouldn't pop nobody's balloon just based off of, I don't even watch it that often, but like the little simple stuff, like that doesn't really
Somebody
matter.
got their balloon pop because their jeans was too tight. I was like, oh, they're not even pursuing it, right?
Like, yeah, like
so,
that's not what really matters in life. Like that's not gonna give me a life partner.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you gotta look beyond that little shit. So
yeah, and that's the struggle. So we got to do part 2. I'm gonna bring a brother on too, and I'm gonna bring you back for that conversation. And I just want to see y'all go back and forth. Well, I might play matchmaker. Ooh.
oh Lord.
No,
oh Lord,
matchmaker.
Matchmaker.
Okay. But no, I appreciate your honesty and realness, right? Especially in this space. We've been meaning to do this for a minute now.
Yeah.
So, and we've been collaborating on some dope stuff. So we just to let the people know what we got coming soon, even more so, right? We got some more bros brunches.
Yes.
I was laughing because the OG seen the flyer and he was like, "Yeah, you don't drop. I don't know if he told you." He's like,
okay, it don't matter.
he was like, when he seen the flyer, it's like, "Yeah, you would have got the wrong crowd." Seeing this man on the front, we would have got the wrong crowd.
Okay.
That's
okay.
hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
But nah, man, just dope stuff.
Okay.
Been great rocking with you since Spark. Right.
Yes.
And so we're gonna continue to have some dope conversations, some dope work in place. So, anything you want to say before we finish?
No. Everything was great.
Okay.
I mean, I enjoyed the conversation. Like I said, yeah, we can go deeper next time or whatever. Like, we definitely got plenty to talk about, and I got plenty to say. So yeah, it was cool.
For sure.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, no, for sure. And I hate that I got to get kids from school. And I'm like, damn, because I'm looking at my list of questions. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm parking these because we didn't even get to.
We didn't get to all the questions.
We didn't get to all of them. I got a lot of them, but we just be thinking out loud. So we plan, but then we think out loud. So again, it's been Thinking Out Loud. I'm your host, Samuel David. Major shout out to my special guest, Braunta Fullylove, owner of Pryme Luxe Events and Pryme Luxe Lashes. And we out.
Look both ways when you cross that street. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Measure twice, but cut once. Love life, live it up, bruh. Dream is good, do the work too. There ain't nothing you can't work through, and there ain't nothing I can't handle. There ain't nothing I can't handle. I look to the sky, and I thank God that I'm alive. I look to my wife, and I thank God she by my side. I've been through a lot, but I survived. It weighs on my heart from time to time, but there ain't nothing I can't handle.